Yeah, so, all right, we just got a call from, like, Josh, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he just asked you the same question earlier, but I think a lot of people are curious about this. What should they be doing with their inventory right now? Like, if you had, something that you think is going to go up in December, but, like, you don't have a lot of liquidity, so you don't want to price super high. What do you think that should be the process that they're kind of going through to maximize profits and
If
velocity?
you are tapped on spend 100%, list the stuff now at a high price and see if you sell through at it versus not listing it and waiting, and maybe you could recycle that money again and resell it, the product, rather than just holding and waiting.
So sell through with velocity, but only at the price that you're willing to take the profits at, is what you're saying.
Yes, because there's no reason. You might be able to flip that money again versus waiting to hold for that higher price, and maybe the price tanks, or you just don't flip the money.
Exactly. I think that's a good point. I mean, you got to maximize velocity. You have to turn over because you need that money back to pay down your credit card debt. But in the same respect, you don't want to miss out on that Q4 pump where you're getting the most bang for your buck on every single product. So, yeah, like Steven said, I would price, and this is what I have done. I would price close to, if not at where I want to sell in December. And if you make sales, you make sales. If you don't, then you're gonna squeeze the bag come December, come prime Q4 season.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time of the year. Anything you throw money at, it fucking grows.
So I heard murmurs that you're trying out new repricers, seeing which one you like the best. Are you gonna put out anything that kind of like talks about your repricers and whatnot? How you're kind of executing and evaluating?
Yeah, so I've been upset with Be Cool recently. I feel like they're not up in the price. Like, they're just trying to sell through, especially even on AI equalizer is what I always use, with only min and max price in there. And I just don't see them fighting to get that higher buy box. They're just not pushing it. And I see like the guys using Go Aura or Seller Snap, and they're just fighting to get that like $38, $39 buy box, and mine will just sit there at 35 and just chill. Like, and I'm trying Aura. I just started it today. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll update you.
So, I mean, you're talking about, Be Cool's not really going in and getting the buy box. What kind of stuff is like the deciding factor when you're asking Be Cool to go get the buy box? Like, what kind of reprices are you comparing it to? Just Go Aura? Have you used Seller Snap at all?
I'm just using Go Aura right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not happy with it, I'll obviously switch it. I've heard great things about Go Aura, especially with the AI and everything. And I believe it's $250 a month instead of $500.
Yeah.
I like that price point a lot better.
That's compared to Seller Snap.
Yeah, compared to Seller Snap. I mean, and it's $150 more than Be Cool, but if it makes me an extra $1,000 a month minimal, then that investment makes it worth it.
It's almost like that trade-off, right? So, you're getting the middle of the pack kind of repricer, so that way you can beat out the guys using Be Cool, which is majority of the Amazon community, I feel like, and you can maximize your velocity and profits as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Seller Snap right now, and I got the 6 month $250 monthly fee, or monthly what's it called, price. So when I first got Seller Snap, it was when I just started. I never even used Be Cool or any other AI repricer. I literally just started with Seller Snap and ran through it. Shoulders back.
What?
Let's go like this: up, back, and down. Now this is your shoulders: up, back, and down, and like lock them in place. But like stand tall. You want a big chest. Oh yeah. Now do it.
Fuck it. Oh, I didn't drop these down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, let me drop these toes down. Let's see if we
Bring
got
them all the way up.
Let's see if we got the.
Hypothetical. It is December, and you've sold through a lot of your inventory, and you just got your payout from Amazon. What's your next move?
So I'm in an interesting situation because I have investors. So with that, I need to make sure their money's safe and back on time. That's a big thing because I have to take care of my investors and people that give me money, because when I want money again, next Q4 or whatever, I want to make sure that they're happy to give me money. Maybe they'll give me more money because I did so well this time.
Yeah.
So it's really paying them back. But like, it's just reinvesting, and just you get it back. You might not be doing OA, but you're doing all right. You're sending people out to go get shit for you. you're sending them to Walmart, Target, like all these different stores to run and get stuff. Like I'll have probably a team of people going around and picking stuff up, versus like someone that doesn't have that team.
Yeah.
They're not able to still scale, but it still makes money.
So then, I mean, you're looking at it through your perspective, but I feel like a lot of new sellers are asking this question because the older sellers that have been around the block once or twice, they know what the right moves to make. And they're probably in the same boat as you, but they're kind of like at the same knowledge level. So let's just say this is your first Q4, right? And you have 30K on your plum as your spend limit, and you just got your payout for 25K from Amazon on December 6th. What's your next move? What's your next 3 steps?
Well, the wonderful thing when you have friends in this business, because what I can do is I get my spend back. I can call Kat up to, yo, Kat, what are you buying? Like, what are we buying right now?
Yeah.
And
this morning.
There's 10K spent right there. Like,
yeah.
I'll spend a couple $1,000 on a lead we both found, or we were both ripping today. Like,
yeah.
And like that's a power of having friends in this business. That like I don't really have to source that, or I'm in groups. Like I contribute to people. I can post on my story, hey, what's a bolo right now? Someone would send me something, but like I've built that in the reputation in the industry too, that people know me and they trust me. Now, I've never tried it, but I am going to try it this Q4. I'm going to ask about December 2nd. What's the bolo?
Oh, yeah, and I'll have it for you.
Yeah.
If anybody's going to have one, I'll have it. I mean, I think that's probably that's definitely one of the first steps that you want to think about. But from a technical standpoint, if I had 25K payout, 30K left balance on my card, I'm going to take the 25K, put it towards my plum, roll the 5K over. I'll still probably increase my plum limit.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's over half the threshold.
Exactly. And then I'll probably leverage the network that I've created, like you've created.
You call me, you know you call me.
Yep.
You know you can spend some serious dough. Like,
oh yeah, and I mean that's the whole
but
point of leveraging
you send me a shit
network.
ton too. We give it back and forth every day.
It's a give and take.
And if he's at like work or some shit, like I am not stop calling him. You have to.
Nick, I know you call Nick at work too, and I remember.
I do not care.
And he ran out to his car, and he's on his laptop in his car sending us a selfie, like, bro, I just took a break from work, and I'm in my car ordering.
Bro, I'm like, I'll call these guys up, and they'll be like, I'm on a work call. I'll say, I don't give a fuck. Pick up. They'll only give the bowler usually if you pick up the phone too. Like I'm not gonna text it usually. If it's really good, you have to pick the phone.
Yeah. That
opportunity is done and gone.
I'm not good at answering my phone because I like to lock in and. I put
well,
my
you
phone on do
damn
not
know if
disturb
you miss
all
that
day.
call from me.
But I do check it every once in a while, and I'm like, oh shit, Steven called me. I gotta call him back. So
hopefully he's not bullshitting too.
Yeah, I mean we were on the phone for like an hour and a half, just like bullshitting and then buying products.
But we're chat scaling at the same time. Yo, I got an order through. Yo, I got an order through.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean Black Friday alone, the night up, Thursday night we went over to Kenna's house. We all hung out for a little bit. Kenna's my girlfriend. Her family had us over. And then we went over back to the Batcave and found a killer sale. Found 2 loops, found a killer sale. And then I think together we probably dropped like 40K alone, just right there, like sitting there. And we only really sourced for about 30 to 45 minutes because I knew where I was going. You knew where you were going.
Yeah.
And then PB Flips was there. Shout out PB Flips.
Shout out PB Flips. Where's he at?
He's in dental school, killing it. But yeah, I mean, we were all there. Lucas too, Lucas Clark.
Yeah. Dude, he's awesome. Like, new seller, he's learning, dude. Like,
oh yeah, he said that was his record. I think he dropped 11 to 12K that night.
But he was there. Wait, hold up, let's go back. He got the invite. Not everyone gets an invite.
Yeah.
But I literally walked him through what to buy.
Oh yeah.
Because I know I know where to send people and shit.
Bro, we were sending him too many leads for him to keep up with.
He couldn't keep up.
I think he said that his computer was getting hot and he needed it to cool off because it was overheating. That's how many leads we were sending.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Like, this is the name of the game. Like, when you're on these calls with people, like, they're sending stuff back and forth. Like, and there's like very few products I can't share with the core group, and that's okay. But everything else I share, like with my boys, because like we all got to eat.
Yeah.
And there's things, if we had more spend right now, we can spend $50,000 more on other shit that I already have in the queue for. We're just watching to see, make sure it stays in stock.
Yeah.
On like the websites, and we get more money.
Let's hit some reverse curls. You ever
All right,
hit that?
bet. Yeah. All right. So you sell a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with those returns? And how do you navigate that and making sure you're profitable? Even if you're using inventory labs too on top of that, Like, how do you make sure you're still profitable in that stuff? Because like, some of those women's shoes, dude, you get murdered in the returns.
Yeah, I mean, so you really just have to compensate on your ROI and your profit margin and really take into account that a pair of shoes can get returned 2, 3, 4 times before it actually gets sold and stays sold. So every single time you send them FBA, and I only really send shoes FBA. I don't want to deal with them FBM. Then you have to rebox them in the whole 9 yards. I'd rather have Amazon take care of that stuff for me. Couple bucks here, couple bucks there. I tend to try to buy shoes on the cheaper side that sell at a higher ASP because like a $2 hit, $3 hit on those refund fees aren't going to be life or death for my margin. Whereas if I sold them on, I don't know, let's say slides, right? You're buying slides for 10, 15 bucks and you're reselling for like 35. Your margin's like maybe 30, 40%, but your profit's only like 8 to 10 bucks. So every single return chips away at that margin exponentially. So when I go shoes, I try to stay towards like, you know, at least a sale cost of like 50 to 60 bucks. Anything lower than that, I'll try to stay away from because I don't think the margin's big enough, unless it's a crazy deal. But yeah, I mean, I try to keep the ASP high, my profit larger, so the return fees don't kill me.
And when you're buying, like before you purchase, pretend you found this shoe, are you going into inventory labs and doing a deep dive into what this product how it performed in the past in general?
Oh yeah, I mean, so Inventory Lab does a nice thing where it shows you your ASIN and your SKU profitability. So you can look at the past and see how a SKU or an ASIN performs, and then make a decision based off of the buy cost that you have at hand and the sale cost that you can presumably sell, right? So I'll take a look at like how many returns I got, how profitable it was, and then make a decision based off of that. Also, if there's like a crazy cashback, you know, like Rakuten just got done with 15% for Black Friday, I might take that into account, not add it to my profit, but you know, just keep it in the back of my mind, like, all right, like
the imaginary number?
My margin might come down to like 20%, but in 90 days, I'm going to get 15% back on this.
Absolutely.
If it sticks.
And before you buy, like, if you're doing women's shoes, because women's are worse than men's.
By far.
Are you, like, usually checking that ASIN prior to, like, all right, you're going to buy 100 of this. Before you bought it, buy it again. You've had in the past. Do you usually check that to see what that return rate is, or is it kind of the same across the board?
No, it definitely varies based on shoes. I think it varies based on brand, based on...
I'm saying you sold it in the past. Like, all right, you sold these Brooks before.
Yeah.
And these were women's shoes. Would you take a deep dive into them to actually see how the returns were versus like every time you purchase?
I would look at the ASIN profitability on Inventory Labs and see like how much I paid in return fees and returns, and then how much profit I made, and kind of just figure out if it's worth it to go out and spend the money on this product, or, you know, should I just hold off and look for something better? But yeah, I mean, but that's another way that we use Inventory Labs, right?
And this is not sponsored by Inventory Labs.
No, but Inventory Labs, if you're watching this and you want to run me an affiliate, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, shoes can be tough. Shoes can be easy, but they can also be tough if you don't know what you're looking for and stuff. Oh.
And what's your favorite category to sell?
Oh, that's hard. I mean, I've sold everything from pet supplies to somewhat beauty, grocery, you know, school supplies, clothing, like tons of stuff. The most convenient is definitely clothing, because you can get it from so many different big name retailers. Your invoices are rock solid. If anything ever happens to you, you know, like it's an easy fix. It's an easy submission of your invoice and boom, you're good. Profitabilities and velocity wise and the reliability factor, I do like grocery and pet supplies. Those two kind of go hand in hand, because there's always a demand for it. Somebody always got a dog, somebody's always got a cat. And I mean, little Timmy needs his gummy bears to go to school, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we used to sell a lot of grocery together. I mean, back in the day, like, I think I kind of put you on what I used to do.
No, yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, Steven showed up to PB Flips' house in college.
Back
I
when he
lived
was
down
back when he was cool and not being a
Yeah,
dentist.
back when he was not trying to be a dentist and whatnot. And I met him before he even started on Amazon, and he just kind of like told me about a local store that he goes to, and there's one by where I live, and I kind of just started right off the bat, which helped me gain a lot of success. And then, like a couple months down the road, Steven and I reconvened down in Vegas, and I told him that I was ripping the same store that he was ripping, and he was like, and I mean, it was just kind of like full circle, and now we just share leads all the time.
Hey, you get friends in Vegas. Like,
Yeah.
all right, it's a great story. How we
All right,
first-
you can tell it. I'm gonna hit
All
my
right,
steps.
well, let's get the step through.
Damn, this bar is loose.
Yeah, this place is loose.
Oh yeah.
Does fitness play a role in your Amazon business? I'll wait until you're done.
Huh?
Does fitness play a role in your Amazon business?
Fitness pay?
Fitness play a role? Like, does like going to the gym? Because I know it does for me.
My mental health doing Amazon, yeah. Because if I didn't have the gym, I wouldn't leave. Bro, it's combined, I spent in the month of November, because I sold through like 70K already.
Yeah.
Probably like 130K.
Spend?
Yeah. But I've been selling through. I haven't
Yeah.
been holding.
I'm in the ballpark between 300 to 400,000. I have no idea where the hell I'm at.
130K. So we're at $500,000.
Yeah,
Easily.
dude. And like, it's so funny to say $500,000. Like, I'll argue with myself to go get a cheesesteak for lunch. But dude, oh yo, I get a quote unquote. All right, we're driving 20K.
You know how much higher my margins would be if people could just photosynthesize like plants? You know, just water and sunlight.
Celsius.
Water, Celsius, and sunlight. That'd be elite. Thank you guys for coming out and lifting with us. We'll be back again doing this next week. Steven and Max talking about Amazon. While we catch some lifts, while we catch some gains, we're going to see how big Steven and I can get before Q4 is over. So keep in the loop. Ask us questions, comment questions underneath this video. Send us questions in the DMs. We'd be happy to answer it. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
We're trying to get the arms bigger than the bolos.